Good morning, everyone. It is Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the threat for flash flooding again today. And as you guys can see, we still do have a high risk for flash flooding across the Los Angeles area. So this will be quite a concern at this point. So this will definitely be something to keep an eye on, I would probably say. So as you guys can see, we do have a threat for flash flooding across mainly the Los Angeles area, across right here. So if you guys do live in Los Angeles, which is located right here, I would definitely be on extremely high alert for more flash flooding. But even Long Beach included in it, even Santa Ana included in it. Let's see, Riverside, California even included in it. So we do have quite a bit of populated cities included in this high risk. And as you go north of Riverside, you get to these mountain areas, or I should probably say east or north. You will start to hit some mountain areas, which means water could slide down and start hitting these areas too as well. So these mountain ranges will definitely help with the flash flooding. So you guys should definitely be on high alert if you do live in the mountains area. So definitely be aware of that. And now, if we look at the next couple of days, as you guys can see, for day 2, we didn't see any upgrade, it doesn't look like, thankfully, but we will still have the potential for flash flooding across Phoenix, heading up there towards Henderson, Nevada. Look at that, guys. Las Vegas almost included in a threat for flash flooding, which is kind of concerning, guys. We actually could see an extent of the the site risk up there towards Nevada, but Las Vegas is included in the marginal risk, but I would probably say they are included in the site risk too as well, at least some of it. So definitely be aware if you do live in Las Vegas, but still be aware if you do live in Phoenix, even down here towards Yuma, and then even up here towards Lake Hesua City. I'm pretty sure that's how you say that, but we're definitely going to have to watch Arizona tomorrow, and same goes for this area again, heading from Los Angeles down towards San Diego. And then on day 3, we continue to see a threat for flash flooding across Arizona. Then for day 4 and 5 don't have any threat for flash flooding. So since we don't have any threat for flash flooding, we definitely might get a break after day 3, okay? But for day 1 will be the main concern for right now, so definitely be aware about that. Now, if we start taking a look at the Ohio Valley, guys, this is where we have the potential for severe thunderstorms as we do head into Friday and even the weekend this week, okay? So this was quite concerning because, Cape seemed to be pretty high at times, but also Cape kept going down in some areas. I'm probably using a weird model for the Cape, but none of the other models can go out this far because we're heading all the way out to Friday, which is about 4 days from now. So maybe a little bit far out, I should probably say, but we will still need to really be watching the Ohio Valley for severe thunderstorms. And as you guys can see, as we continue to take this forward, we'll start to see maybe some pop-up storms as we head into February 8th. As you guys can see, we start to see some pop-up storms on February 9th. And let me take this forward again so you guys can see. And those little balls that you see right there, those could indicate supercells, okay? Supercells across the tri-state, and if you don't know what the tri-state is Southwest Indiana, Southern Illinois, and Western Kentucky. So we definitely could see some supercells developing across the tri-state, and as we continue to take this far, we could even see those supercells turn out to be more widespread too as well. But then as we continue to take this forward, we may even see another round of rain with that, and that might even be a concern too as well for supercells too as well. So I'll show you guys the ingredients, and we actually do have the right ingredients for supercells to get going. So what I want to say about that is, even though we're not seeing like extreme supercells here with the GFS model, Excuse me, guys. But, and like I said, even though we're not seeing supercells with the GFS model, I still do think we will see a bunch of supercell development with these thunderstorms, okay? So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And then as you guys see, even more storms and rain gets going across the deep south, and then that will finally head out with maybe a snowstorm across the Ohio Valley. Cause you guys see, look at that, very heavy snow across Indianapolis, Bloomington, and even a few other areas. But as that finally heads out, we might see another storm system move through, which will bring another round of heavy snowfall and rain to Indiana. And as that finally heads out, then we might need to watch another system moving through, which seems to be extremely fast. Cause look at that, there and now there, and just completely died down. So like it will kind of diminish in like the next 6 hours as we head into February 18th. But I mean, this is a lot of uncertainty by this point, guys. So I definitely would take this with a grain of salt, okay? Because we are heading pretty far out. We're heading 15 days out, guys. So pretty ridiculous by this point. Now, if we start taking a look at your surface cape, okay, this is what's going to be a concern for severe storms. And as you guys can see, we actually will be seeing some cape. Let me continue to take this forward until it starts to show this. Is this even going to work? There we go. It started showing some cape. Look at that, guys. Indiana starting off with some pretty nasty cape here across, let's say, Gary, Michigan City, South Bend, and even heading into Michigan. And as that finally heads out, we might even see another round of cape move through Indiana, bringing still pretty close to 1,000, if why not just 700 joules per kilogram. So it is definitely looking pretty concerning by this point, guys. I definitely do think you guys should be aware about this. But I mean, only 300 joules per kilogram, which is located here in, let's say, Evansville, is enough to really spark off a thunderstorm or two, guys. And if we do see the wind shear with this, I mean, if the wind shear rotates these thunderstorms, we're definitely talking a tornado. So, not necessarily talking about tornadoes, but what I meant to say is that we could see a threat for tornadoes, okay? So, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Excuse me again, guys. Now, if we take a look at the wind shear, as you guys can see, we actually will be seeing quite a bit of wind shear as we head into February 9th. And as you guys can see, look at that, 70 knots of wind shear is plenty of wind shear to really get these storms going. Look at that, 73 knots. Even over here in Ohio, even Missouri, Kentucky, we just see widespread wind shear of around 60 to 70 knots. So pretty ridiculous, but it sounds like Indiana might see the best chance for tornadoes if it really sees the highest wind shear. But I mean, other than that, it's looking pretty bad by this point, guys. So since we are seeing enough cape, we need at least 300 joules per kilogram or greater. And since we are seeing enough wind shear, which will probably only need like 50 knots, we're talking a tornado potential, guys. But do you know what? But you might be asking, what is the threat for severe weather gonna be? Well, let me go ahead and mark where I do think the severe weather threat will be. So I think it will be something like this across this area, because I think it will be widespread, because we are seeing, like, here, let me go back to show you guys, because I see, like, it's pretty. It was actually down here, actually. Yeah. Because as you guys see, look at that, guys. Because, like, it's just, there's a lot of cape in this area. Because I see this will probably be the best chance for severe storms if we're really seeing this cape turn into almost a line. So, I mean, I think we will see a big threat for severe weather across this area. And then I do think the slight risk will be something like this. So I do think it will probably be something like this if we do see a slight risk for severe storms across this area. So, I mean, I'm going to put an S for the slight risk, and then I'm going to put an M for the marginal risk. So I do think this will be the slight risk up here, and I do think this will be the marginal risk for severe storms across this area right here. So, I mean, I don't know if that's going to be the case, But like I said, since we are seeing wind shear and since we are seeing a lot of cape, at least around 300 joules per kilogram or more, we're talking supercells, guys. That is plenty for a supercell to get going. So wind shear is definitely a concern for severe storms, and same goes for cape. We'll see if it intensifies as we do head closer to the weekend. But as you guys can see, we do actually have quite a bit of precipitation. So not a whole lot across Ohio Valley, it doesn't look like, but I think if we do see the severe storm potential, those thunderstorms will definitely want to produce more heavy rainfall, I think. But it also looks like we will be seeing a big area of at least 1 to as much as 2 inches of rainfall in some of these areas, so I do think that will be a concern by this point. So about 1 to 2 inches across this area right here, why not even 5 and 6 inches across this area right here. So it's kind of concerning because I mean we are seeing like a lot of supercell development up here in, let's say, Indiana and Kentucky, but it looks like we'll see more of the precipitation down here to the south. So I mean, pretty big difference with the precipitation, where we are seeing less across Ohio Valley but more across the south, but we also are seeing the chance for severe storms across Ohio Valley. So like I said, it will definitely be something to keep an eye on, and it's still pretty concerning because we are only heading about, I mean we're only heading 4 days out. So, I mean, that is still to the point where it might be a little bit uncertain, but it could still happen, guys. So we're going to have to watch for at least a slight risk for severe storms. I'm not sure about an enhanced risk yet, but we'll see. But for your total snowfall, as you guys can see, we do have a snowstorm, if why not a few snowstorms moving through this area. I went at 200 hours out on this one because I wanted you guys to see the total snowfall with this first snowstorm, and as you guys can see with that heavy snow, we might be talking as high as 5 inches of snow across places like central Indiana. But even getting into northern and central Ohio, we could see some areas getting as high as 3, if why not even 7 inches of snowfall. Look at that, 8 inches from Pennsylvania into Ohio. So it's looking pretty concerning by this point, guys. I would definitely watch a lot of these areas very closely. And then we even have an isolated area of about 1 inch, if why not 2 inches of snowfall here across Iowa. So I mean, we will still need to watch extremely closely if we do see any interesting storms across this area. But I mean, the main concern will be severe weather. At least that will be the thing that we are going to be keeping an eye on by this point. But thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. We'll see if the cape or the wind shear increases or decreases, but I do think the cape will increase, so we'll let you guys know about that as we do head into the weekend. I might even go live for that because I mean, lots of my friends are in the Ohio Valley, so it will definitely be quite concerning. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll do one tomorrow.